Welcome to POCHA 89, everyone.
We're back, and you're back, hopefully.
Damn, what was that? There's like a little message there.
Welcome to POCHA 89.
And we're your hosts, Joe and Jasper. Guess who's Joe and guess who's Jasper? Just kidding. I'm Joe.
I don't think they can guess that. Two very similar names. Grab your drink, grab your snacks, and we have ours as well.
Yes. Today we have Sochu Yokaichi Kome.
A very familiar one.
At this point, we've been drinking this.
It's so easy. This is only $14 for a whole bottle.
Yeah.
And it tastes great. 25%. It's made from rice.
What else can we ask?
And there's
quantity
no, like,
and quality.
Hard bitterness to it that a
Yeah.
lot of strong alcohols have. It's
Yeah.
pretty smooth.
Sorry.
Highly recommend everyone try this.
720 milliliter. That's big.
Mix this with some tea.
Tea.
That is the Asians' mimosa.
Yes.
We drink tea and shochu.
Green tea, barley tea, whichever
Yeah.
tea you like. And for today, we have today's anju will be, I don't know how to say this in English. Beef tendon, steamed beef tendon. In Korean, we call it dogani suyuk. It's a staple Korean pocha food, or just one of those night market food, street food, I guess. Not really street food. I would say pocha food, but it's staple Korean food.
Yeah,
So,
I've been to Korea a couple of times. I actually never had this in Korea.
This
But
is-
love tendon.
This is what Korean old people would eat. Younger generation don't really know
That's
about
why I
this.
never had it before.
Yeah. Well, you're at that age now.
Is that why you brought this out?
To celebrate your elderliness.
And what's this dipping sauce?
This is just like one of those everyday Korean household dipping sauce.
Like garlicky onion.
Garlic,
little
green
spicy,
onion,
sweet.
soy sauce, vinegar. This dipping is exactly same dipping as dumplings for Koreans, right? For anything like could be for the John like pancakes.
Okay, yeah. Anyone who hasn't had tendon before, you probably had and you didn't know. Sometimes it's like mixed into meat, or it's part of a cut and you don't really realize
True.
it.
Yeah.
Tendon is great for skin,
Collagen.
collagen. That's why we need to eat more.
True. And the chewiness of it.
Yep.
So good.
But easy to make wrong because it can be too tough.
True.
So you have to cook it correctly.
Like I literally had to boil this for almost an hour to an hour and a half. So a lot of effort in it.
If you boil for longer, it's really good.
Yeah.
Soft.
Yeah. Some people like it super soft, like jelly. I like it more like chewable, like with little. You have to put effort into chewing it.
Chopstick skills really bad.
I know. No, it's because of this. No, it's because of the cut.
Okay. Grab your drinks and let's cheers.
Cheers.
This is fine to drink, even at room temperature.
I like it room temperature.
So it's going to be March. I mean, it is March now, actually.
Oh yeah. Gosh.
Tourism season. I made that up. I don't know if it is, but it is getting warmer in New York. So I feel like a lot of people are coming into New York to visit. Spring break is coming up. Weather is getting better. This week's topic is what to do when you come visit New York.
What to do in New York?
I'm sure we have some listeners from outside of New York. Actually, most of them are not from New York.
Probably most of them.
When you
not.
want to come visit, spring is great.
Spring is great. Honestly, New York City spring is not that great.
That's not what
But-
you said.
No, New York City spring is known to be super short and very cold. But here's the thing, regardless of the weather situation, whether it's cold, springy, warm, people still come,
If you catch the right spring in New York, it's
Yeah.
great.
which is almost non-existent. And I know
It's
we were
like a
like,
2 or 3 week period.
yeah. But in that 2 or 3 weeks, if you can guess
Heaven.
when that time is, and you make it to New York, then it's heaven.
It's perfectly breezy but sunny.
Yes.
The air is not Arctic cold. It's just like body temperature.
Yeah.
Light breeze. It's great.
Yeah.
Shorts and t-shirt weather.
And a hoodie.
A hoodie at
Just
night,
in case at night, yeah.
At night.
Exactly.
Great leather jacket weather.
Yes, yes.
Because summer's in New York.
Horrible. Hot.
Humid.
Yuck.
Lots of H.
Yeah. But yeah. But March, definitely. Honestly, here's the thing. We had a pretty okay, not too bad winter. It was just like,
It was cold.
it was cold, but yeah, winter's supposed to be cold, right? It's not like Russia cold. But
We're not in Russia either.
we're not in Russia. But right now, this past week, New York had one of the most wonderful, very springy weather.
Yeah, yeah.
Like literally, I see people like on shorts, tank top, running around like freely.
The birds got confused.
The birds are like, already?
I'm not ready.
Am I supposed to wake up already? Oh no, birds don't sleep. Sorry.
Bears.
Bears. We don't have bears here. Squirrels.
Squirrels.
Chipmunks.
Squirrels hibernate?
Yeah, squirrels hibernate.
Okay.
No, not okay. So in New York City, I feel like the squirrels don't really hibernate. They still run around, but you'll see less. But squirrels, they hibernate too.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned it from biology class.
Nice of you to remember stuff in there.
Well,
If someone was visiting New York, where would you bring them? From outside of the country.
okay. So here's the thing. Before we talk about this, are we gonna talk about those generic sort of called like the tourist attractions that
Well-
everyone talks about, or are we gonna not talk about that? Come up with something
That
else?
is included in the itinerary if you feel like that is important for
Okay.
people to go to. So, where would name? We'll each come with a couple spots, so you can name one spot
Okay.
or itinerary.
So for me, number one would be Hell's Kitchen. Just kidding. There's nothing to see there. They're just boring ass kids.
There's lots to see, but I don't know if it's an attraction.
I wouldn't call it attraction. Number one, Times Square.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. You may have seen Times Square so many times on TV, but if you have never been to Times Square, please don't say you know Times Square because doesn't matter how many times you go. When you walk through the Times Square, even though I live here,
Yeah.
I've been living in New York City for 18 years now almost. Like still when I pass through Times
At
Square
night.
at night, I'm just like, wow, this is the peak of capitalism. This is what we call the digital wonder. It is actually mesmerizing. If you're a first timer, there's no way your jaw's not gonna drop.
it's a whole different experience that you don't expect.
Yeah.
You see it in movies a lot, but when you go there, the amount of LED lights that are shining there,
It's
you
crazy.
need to put on sunscreen.
You know, yeah, you need that. The UV light, whatever light that is, it's
Yeah.
actually not good for your skin. Yeah.
Times Square is good. It's very touristy, but I do think you should go there.
Yeah, very touristy. So you know who's tourist there and who's not.
Yeah.
Those people who stand there longer than 10 seconds and looking around and try to take a picture, they're tourists. Those people who try to like roam through those
The one
people's
that bumped
watch-
your shoulder,
Yeah.
that's not tourist.
That's not tourists. They're like, oh my God, they're on my way again. Oh.
Yeah.
But anyways, what's your list?
One place I really recommend when my friends visit New York is the High Line.
Oh.
I think the High Line is super nice walk for you to walk with your friends. You get a view of the Hudson River. You get to see Jersey. It's not crazy crowded. Beautiful views. And then you can also walk directly to Chelsea Market. There's a marketplace there. I think that's
True.
a great place for
True.
visitors to come.
Yeah. I see that.
Yeah. Less
Okay.
hectic than Times Square. And there's some good food around there too. Yeah.
Totally. Sure.
Yeah. I think they built the High Line in the last, 10 years?
Slightly longer than that, I think, if I'm not wrong. Because when I came to the States, when I moved to New York, it was already there. So it's about, I would say
Oh.
13, 14 years, if I'm
It
not wrong.
feels like a very new structure. And there's always like art installations there. It's really nice. There's sometimes events there.
Yeah.
It's a nice stroll to go through. And you get to see some of the richest architecture and houses
That
there.
is true.
Yeah.
That is true. The High Line history. We gotta learn this. Yeah, they built it But you know what? We'll update you with the right information.
It used to be a train track, right?
Yeah, it used to be a train track.
Yeah.
But I remember when I first came to New York City, I was like 18 or 19. I remember they were like the whatchamacall, they were doing construction there.
Yeah.
Like building the High Line. So I'm sure it's a pretty recent thing. It's not like it's been there for 80, 100 years. The architecture itself is new, but it used to be used as a railroad or like the subway line. So yeah, considering that, it's been there for about 200 years and over. So it's a historical thing. Very fun to go, very soothing. You're right. I would definitely like, even today, if I have if the weather's right, I would go out there and just sit down and read
Oh,
books.
also Little Island is there.
Yeah,
Or Floating Island, one of those.
Little Island.
Little Island. So that's a new structure. Man-made floating island.
Open during pandemic.
Not connected to High Line, but you can walk there from the High Line.
Yeah,
It's really
walk there
nice.
from a High Line.
Great views, great photo ops.
Those are the good ones. Wow.
How about what's your next one? What else would you bring someone visiting?
Number 2. This is we're getting there where this place is not that touristy, but if you're in New York, you must go type of place. The second one for me is, can you guess?
What I'm gonna guess is what I'm gonna say.
No, guess mine. Can you?
I don't know.
I would say number 2 is Botanical Garden in Queens.
That is far.
It's not far. It's only 30 minutes from Manhattan.
Okay.
So it's around that area. I live in Queens, so it's a really
never
nice
been yet.
park. It's a garden full of flowers, trees.
As all gardens.
Yeah, but there's something about Botanical Garden that is really beautiful. Every year, during the right time, they do the Cherry Blossom Festival too. They do the Chinese floating boat thing over there too. They hold so many different type of activities and programs there. It's just actually really beautiful. People don't know much about this place. Only New York local people know. Like when you say, "Oh, have you been to Botanical Garden?" If someone says yes, most likely that person is born and raised in New York. Because I don't feel like a lot of people actually care about Botanical Garden
Yeah.
because they don't know. But it's fine. But if you can spare some time, extra time, go there. I'm not saying you have to go, but if you're in New York, definitely go
Yeah. I'm sure you can take great pictures there.
for sure.
My second place I would recommend is similar to Botanical Garden, but Central Park. I think Central Park is amazing. In the middle of the city, you really can feel like you're in forest. Beautifully designed. There's also lots of places to bike and run, and you can almost feel like the change of different like trees and flowers as you walk through Central Park. It's so big where you can feel like you're walking through different regions of the forest.
That is very true.
Yeah.
There's different sections for
there's,
different
river-
purposes.
there's mini rivers.
There's a mini river within.
Also, the big museums are right by Central Park.
Yep, they have zoo.
The Met National Historical Museum is there. Historical Museum?
Yeah.
National History Museum.
Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Yes. But also National History Museum, right?
The National Museum of History.
Yes. Is there too.
Yeah. Close
So,
by.
I recommend take a walk around Central Park, bike around Central Park, go to a bar nearby, get some drinks, go to a museum. That's a great time.
Yeah. Truly. Cut right there. Cut. Okay. Resume. So we're heading to number 3 now. What's my number 3? Can you pick a guess?
Can't be another park.
I'm not really a park person.
I guess something outside of Manhattan.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stay in Manhattan now that you say that. Because honestly, okay, let's be honest. if you're a tourist, you really don't want to go get out of Manhattan. Even though there's so many good stuff, like fun stuff to do outside of Manhattan, unless you're local, it's
Brooklyn, though, maybe.
Brooklyn maybe. Yeah, yeah. But I'll say Manhattan for sure.
Twin Towers?
No.
Oculus?
No. I would say please go to Little Italy.
By Chinatown?
Yeah. Oh, wow. By Chinatown. That's going to stir up some.
It is.
It's next to Chinatown, not by the Chinatown.
Yes, that was the same thing. In proximity.
But yeah, I wanted to say Chinatown, but honestly, here's the thing. You can go to any city in the world and have visit Chinatown. I know every single city of different country, their Chinatown has something different, different stuff to offer. New York City met Chinatown, fun place to go. But quite frankly, it's not top of the list, only because there's so many different Chinatown in the world. Little Italy is actually really fun. That area itself looks like Italy to a certain point. Like the way how they do outdoor seating. Did you know that Little Italy, they had outdoor seating? A lot of restaurants had outdoor seating just like Italy in Europe, even before pandemic. It was their natural setting because that's what Italian do. If you go to Italy, if you visit Italy or you have visited, you realize there's so many restaurants, their actual building is so small, like the indoor, but the outdoor is like wide open for everyone with different type of like tables and seatings and everything because they love outdoor seating, and it's so much fun to have great Italian food like pizza or pasta and then move over to the next store where you get good gelatos. It's actually fun. The whole architecture itself, really fun to watch.
Yeah, I haven't really explored Little Italy that much.
Probably should because you live close by. It's actually really fun.
Yeah. My third nomination is Washington Square Park.
Interesting. Elaborate.
I don't think people will be like, that's a tourist spot.
Yeah.
But I think it's such an interesting mixed match of people in Washington Square Park where it's really a New York experience. The diversity there, you can meet any type of person there.
Yeah.
But also, I think a lot of people realize a lot of those street interviews that you see on TikTok is at Washington Square Park.
Yeah.
So you get to see these type of interviews happen in person. You might be in one too. So there's a lot of things happening there. There's these street interviews, there's street artists, performers. There could be a K-pop dance group there. There could be a wasn't there like a water fight there in a fountain too?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to expect when you go to Washington
That is
Square
so
Park.
true.
But
That is so true.
something will be happening. And it's such a very New York experience, I feel like.
It is. It truly is. The demographics itself, you'll see infants till the person who's building his own cascade.
Yeah.
Like literally
All walks of life.
all walks of life with different, all identities,
Yep.
all welcome, all race.
Yeah.
It's just, that's true. Now that I see it in your perspective, I see that. Wow.
They can
Wow.
get really cheap knockoff liquor in the park.
I don't know if that's allowed to be said, but yes.
But don't drink it because I got a headache after that. Okay, to recap, if you're coming to visit New York, top 3 places you should try to do.
Number 1, Times Square. Number 2, Botanical Garden. Queens Botanical Garden. Number 3, what did I say?
Little Italy.
Little Italy, right next to Chinatown in downtown Manhattan.
For me, visiting New York, you should check out High Line.
Highline.
The High Line, you can go to the Chelsea Market, the Little Island. The second place is Central Park. Beautiful park in the middle of the city. Museums all around it. Bike, walk around that area. It's great. Number 3 is, what did I say?
Washington Square.
Washington Square Park for culture and diversity. check it out.
That is so true.
Right?
Here's the thing. Before we end the video, this episode, this topic, I want to I want to spend another minute or two discussing about outside of besides any of this, like the big places that people know.
Yeah.
Can we name just one hidden gem? It could be a restaurant, it could be a museum, it could be a place, just a cafe, or anywhere, a hidden gem spot in New York City that anyone, even the local people who live here, should go.
It's outside Manhattan then, I would say.
Go ahead, it's okay. Let's
Like
share.
the Jackson Avenue,
Really?
where that Thai hot pot place is.
Yeah.
That street, yeah.
Really?
That area has really good Thai food. Very authentic, very affordable. I think it's a hidden spot people should visit more.
Wow. That's so cool. Okay, so just in case if you don't know where that place is, Manhattan, New York City consists of 5 different boroughs, and one of them is Queens. And if you take 7 train line to 74th Street Jackson Heights Avenue station, when you get off, that's where the majority of Indian and Thai or other Southeast Asian communities are located. And I think he's talking about that one specific line, not specific line, but like one street where
Yeah. They say it's one of the most diverse streets for food.
it is one of the
Yeah.
most diverse. Yeah, because if you get off the station, on your left hand side, like not left, but I would say like down south is all Indian, up north is all Thai.
And there's also like lots of small regional food that you don't ever see. Myanmar food, or I don't know, like all these other places that are less commercialized, less popular in bigger cities, but very authentic, very affordable.
Wow, yeah, interesting.
What's
Okay,
your-
my list, the hidden gem for me would be Astoria. Populated by Greeks, they have a huge Greek community there. Amazing Mediterranean food and bars there. It's just a must go. That place, once you enter that area in Astoria, where most of the entire street, the whole street is filled with Greek food, restaurants, and bars. When you walk around that area, you don't feel like you're in New York City. Just Jackson Heights. You feel like you're in one of the European countries. Actually, it's actually really fun. I used to hang out with my friends there, that area when I used to be in high school, but definitely one hidden gem you need to go. I'm not super big fan of Mediterranean food, quite frankly. If I have to choose Mediterranean food or Chinese food, Korean food, Italian food, I'll choose all the others than Mediterranean because sometimes it's a little too bland for me. But Mediterranean food in Astoria, must go, hands down. You don't want to miss it. It's really good.
That sounds good.
We should also have to visit. Remember that restaurant where you can handpick your own fish or seafood, and then they will grill it for you on the spot with your own like favorite sauce that you can create. That's the kind of place that's all located in Astoria, and that place is also in Astoria. Very affordable, and we should go try very soon. We should actually make a video of it.
That'll be fun.
We should go to Thai Hot Pot and
Sponsor.
who? We should go back to Thai Hot Pot because we haven't been there for a while.
Yeah.
We make a video of ourselves and share with people, and we should really visit that place.
The POCHA 89, we're mobile.
We're very mobile. We can go anywhere.
Give me a spoon and a mic.
We'll
Be
talk.
there. So when you come visit New York, try to check out those places.
Yeah, and also you can DM us. We're lonely. We want your love. We'll hang out with
Yeah,
you
guys.
and subscribe. Comment below.